Is it sane? Is it possible? Still I ask myself, are we, am I? In our game, it's not logical, but you contemplate, are we, am I?
The small baby child, Trey Savage, is on the mound right now. And yes, he has recorded the first out of the game. It's a pop fly to center field. First pitch was surprisingly at 8:03 instead of 8:07. My mistake, people. My mistake. Thank you, everyone, for joining us right now. Good evening from Toronto, where I am, and the game tonight is being played. Cal Raleigh is at the plate. There's one out already. We're just getting started. There's already one out on the board. One pitch for JAYS Savage and one out. We need a check with the chat. How are you feeling tonight? Is it a good night? Is it a nervous night? Let me know how you're feeling, because I think, like, regardless of how this thing plays out, it's going to be fun. You know, these Jays have been fun all year long. JAYS Savage has been excellent on the mound ever since. Oh, there's a ground out to first. Vlatty gets it. It's foul, though. Foul ball, Cal Raleigh. I'm just pumped for this thing to watch how it's going to unfold, right? Like, there's a little bit of nervousness going around. Like, season could be over tonight. It's do or die for the Jays. But for me, It's been a long 48 hours after that mess on Friday that I'm just happy that the team now gets to go out there on the field and get some redemption. Because nobody wants that to be the lasting impression of this team. Nobody wants Brendan Little being out there to be the last gasp for the Toronto Blue Jays. So I'm excited for the guys who I know. Oh, strikeout of Raleigh. Trey Savage starts the game 1 pitch out and then strikes out the AL MVP. Let's go. Big stuff from the kid to start the game. He's clearly got the splitter working tonight. Let's see what he threw there. Yeah, that was he went fastball, slider, splitter, four-seam, slider. The slider isn't really a Savage's strikeout pitch, but that time it worked on Raleigh, and I think that's probably why he got him, right? The element of surprise when you're on the mound. It's like I can throw him off because he's expecting that splitter. I go slider, and Savage at his young age has that ability to do that. That's awesome. Great start to the game, except for Jorge Polanco, who hits it out of the left field, but it's caught at the wall by Addison Barger. 3 up, 3 down. That was a little scary. I didn't like that, but Addison Barger's there to get under it. 1, 2, 3. Wes Richard with the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, Wes. Always here supporting Wes. Supporting us. Wes is here. We have another super chat here from Sidine Magic 15, who's always here supporting us. Jays, if you care about the children at all, you will win tonight. It's very true. All of the children across Canada are rooting for the Blue Jays, and they do not want to let those children down. Burps McGurps, right? If you could guarantee the Jays win the next 2 games and get to the World Series, but the Leafs won't make the playoffs this year, would you take it? That's a hard one. The Leafs don't make the playoffs, but the Jays make the World Series. Oh, baby. What if I don't guarantee the Jays win the next 2 games and I just roll the dice? What if I just believe that they're going to win the next 2 games? I don't guarantee it, so I don't take that bet, and then we see how everybody plays out. How about that? How about that? So I would not make that guarantee. I would just trust that Springer, Vlatty, Clement, Varsho, Kirk, and Co., and Savage, and even Hoffman can get it done, and they win the next 2 games. So I wouldn't take that. I wouldn't take that guarantee. We have another super chat here from Andrew Doucette, 3423, that says, Jays will win. Toronto's known for the game 7s. Yeah, if this is any kind of Leafs, they would win this and then go to game 7, and then who knows what the hell is going to happen in a game 7 featuring a Toronto team. That is the mystery. But as I've always said, it's not a Toronto curse. People don't listen to me. It's not a Toronto curse. 2019 is not that long ago. I know it feels like forever ago because the pandemic happened in 2020 and all that stuff. The Toronto Raptors, that series against the 76ers, Kawhi hitting that shot at the buzzer. Unbelievable. Cursed cities don't have that happen to them. Next round, they were down 0-2 like a Toronto team. They win 4 straight against the Bucks. NBA Finals. They face the greatest team in NBA history besides the 90s Bulls, the late 2010s Golden State Warriors. They get a couple injury lucks happen to them. You know, Klay Thompson goes out, Durant goes out. Injury lucks on their side. They win the NBA championship. The city's not cursed. The Blue Jays have won back-to-back World Series in my lifetime. I was around. I'm old. I was born when those 2 World Series happened. I wasn't conscious. I was a baby. But they happened. Can't say that about the Leafs. Can't say that about the Raptors. Argo's got a chip. They got a lot of chips while I've been alive. TFC, our worst franchise, they've even won. They had a good little 2-year run where they were in the MLS finals, and they won one of them. So stop bringing the Leafs juju over here. This isn't what we're about in Blue Jays land. Everybody who wants to bring the Leafs juju over the Blue Jays, it's not how it works. This isn't a cursed team. Stop doing it. Rant over. George Springer's at the plate. Bottom of the first inning, George Springer's at the plate, none out. That is what we're looking at right now. The count is 1-2 on my television screen. Gilbert delivers. Springer fouls that one off with his bruised knee. We do have a super chat here. Will Gallo. Will Gallo with the super chat. Hi all, non-Jays Q, but I want to get my dad a custom. George Springer takes that far out to right field, but foul. I want to get my dad a custom Mickey Redmond Wings jersey for Christmas. Can't find one online. I live in the U.S., but close to the Canada border. Should I get this in Canada, or is there an option in the U.S.? Does Fanatics not have it? I would think you can get custom nameplates on fanatics.com. That's low. George Springer takes that pitch. 2-2 is a very close one. Can Fanatics not build you a custom Red Wings jersey? I'm sure you could put Redmond on the back of a Wings jersey. Like you would just custom nameplate Redmond and the number on a Wings jersey. You could do that 100%, I think. Can't guarantee, but it's 100%. Ball high. 3-2's the count with Springer here. Leading off this game for the Blue Jays, working up this count here. 7 pitches in already. And he's got a full count. He's not an easy out, that Springer. He's also not an easy guy to keep out of this lineup. We all thought his playoffs might have been done last game after he got beamed in the knee. But look at him stand there with that hockey player mentality. He goes down on one knee to foul that one off. Josh Naylor can't get to that foul ball. It hits right off the end of the screen there. And George Springer's still alive in this at-bat. 3-2, none out. Good start to this at-bat, to this game for the Blue Jays here. Three, two, once again. None out. Let's see what this pitch does here. Springer. Broken bat. Foul territory. That is caught by Eugenio Suarez. That's the first out of the game for the Blue Jays. Springer pops up after a long at-bat. 9 pitches. 9 pitches. Let's see. Ray Adlington, who's always here hanging out. Super chats. 1992 World Series, Game 6. Jays win 4-3 in 11 to take the series. 1993 World Series, Game 6. Jays win 8-6 in the Joe Carter game. Game 6 are good for the Blue Jays. They're good in Game 6s. I think the last time in 2016, don't quote me on this, but 2016, last time when they were in the American League Championship Series, they lost 4-1, so they never got to a Game 6. So they didn't even get to one to prove that they could win it. So Blue Jays here in Game 6, they're historically kind of decent. Let's see what they can do. Nathan Lucas is at the plate. 2-1's the count. 1 out. Gilbert deals. Oh, that ball's hit into right field. Nathan Lucas gets the Blue Jays on the base pass with a single to right field. Nathan Lucas hot hitting continues. hitting .355 in the postseason with an .864 OPS. He goes with that pitch. It's high and a tad inside. It was a ball, but he's able to turn on it. He was clearly waiting on a fastball. He's ahead of it, pulls it into right field. Beautiful piece of hitting from Lucas there. And now we have Vlatty at the plate. .457 in this postseason. Vlatty, hard hack on pitch number 1 there, but he fouls it off. The Blue Jays have swung at first pitches more than any other team this postseason. Their batting average on first pitches is also higher than any other team this postseason. They are good at swinging early in this count. They clearly had a read on some of these Seattle Mariners pitchers where they knew they're going to throw a lot of strikes early and the Jays were jumping on them. So that hack on that first pitch by Gilbert to Vlatty is not surprising that he would hack away at that one and have a huge cut at it. He's been good at it this entire postseason. Let's see what this 1-1 pitch is. It's a grounder up the middle. It's not. Oh, it is enough to turn to. No, it's not. Only get the lead runner at second. Lucas is going to be out at second. The slow roller got there eventually. Vlatty hustles down the line, though, able to beat it out. 2 out. Weird little knuckleball. That weird little knuckleball barely rolled up to second, but second baseman trusted it enough. Alejandro Kirk now at the plate. Kirk swinging first pitch strike. Fouls it off. If you remember last game, Alejandro Kirk was the absolute hero hustling from second to home. I loved every moment of that. Here's a ball hit into right field. Kirk hits it long. Is that over the wall? Oh, it's foul. Oh my goodness. There's not a lot of room down in that right field corner. And Kirk just misses it. He's about, I'd say 4 feet right of the foul pole. It's off the middle of the wall. Oh, that would have been a run. Vlatty would have been around home from first if the right fielder doesn't catch that, if that thing's like 4 feet more to the left. Man, Kirk's so close from scoring the first run of the game for the Blue Jays. Captain Kirk now steps back in with an 0-2 count and 2 out after almost hitting that one a long way for extra bases. Kirk here, 0-2. Kirk swings and misses through that one. That's the end of the first inning. Neither team is able to put a run on the board. We are scoreless at the end of 1. Here, people. Chat, thank you for hanging out here tonight. This is going to be a fun one. It's going to be a tight game. Hayden's in the chat. Producer Hayden, who produces Nail in the Apex, amongst other videos on SDPN. Whenever you have an Adam Wild live stream, Hayden's always in the background, giving Adam the stats, putting the fun things up on the screen. Shout out Hayden. That was such a close hit, that foul ball by Kirk. We got a temperature check in the chat, Robert. How are the people feeling? We got 8 full innings to go. It feels like it's already been a million years, that first inning. Robert is on the SDPN account tonight in the chat. Robert says, when we scored in the first inning during game 1 and 2, we lost. So it's fine. James Stemler says he's relaxed for now. We are just chilling. Vibing, feeling, Lotta, yeah. This is what I like. Okay, let's go. Because usually the vibes are despair. You know, it's, I'm so mad. We're going to lose. I'm nervous. No, we are vibing. Primarina Princess? What was it? Primarian? Prime Minister? Princess? Yeah, we are vibing. We have a super chat here from Robert Bett that says, Alejandro the Flash Kirk. Kirky was hustling. First time all year Kirk scored from second to home. Tonight we are vibing. It is good times. We are feeling good. No nervousness. The Jays, they're going to hopefully take care of business. And we're going to be back here 24 hours from right now. 24 hours from right now. I want to be sitting in this same seat watching this thing play out again with the season on the line for both of these teams. That's what we're rooting for. Trey Savage is back on the mound. Josh Naylor is at the plate. Canadian Josh Naylor. I've been begging him. He's from my hometown, Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. I've been begging him to be a secret psyop for us. I just want him to play poorly to help his hometown Jays make it to the World Series. I know he would love to see it. Regardless of how this series plays out, Josh Naylor is a winner. Either his Jays get to go to the World Series or he gets to go to the World Series. That's how I feel that Josh Naylor feels. 0-2 is the count. Yay Savage against Naylor. Let's see if Yay Savage goes with the splitter. That is his strikeout pitch. That's his best pitch he's got. And look at that. Is that the splitter? Yes, it is. Yay Savage goes splitter, four-seam splitter, gets Naylor swinging. This is the Yay Savage we know. On the poll, when we started this thing, we asked you, who wins this game? 85% of you said the Toronto Blue Jays. We'll see if that holds true. If 80% of the chat goes home happy tonight. Trey A. Savage is trying to make sure of it. We got Randy Arozarena hitting here. He's in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's in 6 today. Oh, no, that's 5. 5 today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5th in the lineup. Which is a little below her. Oh, they got the little 5 on next to his name there. I didn't even need to count it on the batting order. They have a little 5 next to his name on the television screen. All right. We're doing good here. They've dropped him in the batting order a little. He was hitting a little higher previous games of this series. Is all I wanted to say. Eugenio Suarez is due up next. Arozarena is hitting only 150. That ball's hit far but foul. We got super chat. Sidine Magic 15 says, that was satisfying. Naylor has been such a Jays killer. Yeah, Naylor's been dialed in this series. All postseason, he's in a 317. Yay Savage, 1-2, strikes him out. When Yay Savage is dealing, he gets a lot of swings and misses. You know he's on his game. He's not contact pitcher. He doesn't pitch to contact. He pitches to swings and misses on his splitter. That is back-to-back strikeouts with the splitter. Gets Randy on that splitter. More super chats coming in. Robert Bet, looks like Trey's throwing rockets tonight. Yep, if the splitter's working, he can be in there for a long time throwing strikes. It's such a difficult pitch to hit for these hitters that he can just throw it time and time again, mix it up a little with that fastball, mix it up a little with that slider, but the slider even less. He doesn't even need the slider. And then he'll be dealing all night. This looks like it's going to be a real good game for Jay Savage. This right now, people, I don't want to get ahead of myself. But the way he's been throwing for these first 20 pitches, if this is any indication of the stuff he can maintain throughout this game, Jay Savage is going to be in there for a long time. There's going to be a lot of strikeouts. And this game could look real good for the Blue Jays. I'm just saying, this is a great start. Eugenio Suarez fouls that one off. It's a 2-2 count. We have a couple super chats I need to get to here. Pre-Marina Princess explains their username, and we will get to that super chat. There's your tease for the chat that's coming up. That's a strike! Let's go! 4 strike out of the game. 3 up, 3 down, all strikeouts. Trey's dealing, baby. It's about time. Oh. He's got it. He's got it. If you had any doubts about Trey tonight, throw them out the window. I hope they're gone. He's got it tonight. When he's pitching well, it's strikeout city. And right now, the population in strikeout city is 1, Trey Savage. Or no, the retake. Rewind, retake. And the population in strikeout city is 9. All the hitters of the Mariners. Let's go. Okay. Pre-Marina Princess writes, you are close. I couldn't say this username before. Easy way to pronounce it is Pre-Marina Princess. Vibes are immaculate. After a great day at work, I'm glad to be home with all of you watching the stream. Chat, we're all enjoying each other's company. It's a great time right now. James Stemler with the super chat. Little confetti for James. If Tree rolls at night, I want to see at least 6. If Trey Savage rolls at night, I want to see at least 6 complete innings, maybe 7 if pitch count is low enough. Management, stay TF away from the bullpen phone. Trey Savage should not come out of this game. This is an elimination game. If I swear to God, I'm sorry. I shall not take the Lord's name in vain as a good Catholic child. I swear to heck darn it, if John Schneider walks to that mound when Trey Savage is dealing tonight, I understood why he did it in the Yankee series. It made a lot of sense. There was a lot of postseason to play. The team was up by like 8 runs at the time. The Mariners game, they lost. He didn't have his stuff that night. Now we got him against the Mariners again. If he's dealing like this, and it's a close game, and he goes to any single human that is in the Jays bullpen, I don't know what I'm going to do. Tonight is not the night to see John Schneider walk to the mound. Tonight is the night to pitch a Savage until his arm falls off, as long as he still has his stuff. His arm has to tell you when he doesn't have it. You can't guess and just say, oh, maybe 3rd time through the order he's not going to have it anymore. Tonight is old school baseball, Mr. Schneider. You run his arm into the ground, because if you don't, there is no tomorrow. And we need tomorrow. It's game 7. More super chats. Emo Jalapeno says, did Hayden try that English muffin with cheese, maple syrup, and cinnamon powder yet? There's a base hit up the middle by Dalton Varsho. Dalton! It's off the glove of the center fielder. Varsho's going to get into second. That's a leadoff double by the Jays. Varsho. All hustle out of the batter's box. Varsho did not stop running. People, if you have kids and they play sports, show them Dalton Varsho. Show them Dalton Varsho, because every single play, you don't know what's going to happen. If maybe he jogs to first, right? And then that ball goes off the glove and he's not hustling out of the box. And he can't make it to second, or he gets thrown out at second. If you got kids, show them this is the right way to play. It's all hustle all the time, because you never know what's going to happen. Shout out Varsho. That's amazing. Ernie Clement here grounds it to third. Suarez can't play it. Ernie Clement safe at first because Suarez can't play it. And Ernie Clement, just like Dalton Varsho, was hustling. My goodness. All hustle these Blue Jays. All errors these Mariners. 2 men on. 1 on second. 1 on first. Of course it's Varsho and Clement. Wow. Suarez takes his eye off the ball by looking at Varsho. Oh my goodness. Suarez looks up, looks at Varsho, takes his eye off the ball, and now Ernie Clement's on first base. Addison Barger's at the plate with 2 men on and none out. That is the dichotomy of baseball. We got one team playing great small ball in Dalton Varsho going to second on that, what could have been just a single, but it's kicked in the outfield. And then we have the Mariners not taking care of the little things, not securing the baseball and allowing Ernie Clement to get to first base. This is fantastic. What a start to the bottom of the second year for the Jays. None out still. Barger is behind 0-2 in this count, however. We'll see what he can do. That's a ball away. Wes Richard says he doesn't have any Jays jerseys yet. Should I get you a Savage or Vlatty? Get Vlatty. Get Vlatty. Vlatty he's the franchise, right? That's what I would do. That's my advice to you, Wes, on that super chat. Barger grounds it foul. Email Jalapeno, just to get back to your super chat. Hayden, I don't know if you've tried that English muffin with cheese, maple syrup, and cinnamon powder. It sounds disgusting. I would not eat that. Cheese and maple syrup? Oh, my gosh. That's awful. Barger takes one in the dirt. It's 2-2 in the count. Chat, sorry, I'm just catching up on you. Sedin Magic 1591 says Trey's doing his job. Offense, time for you to do yours. And they are in position to do theirs. 2-2 here. Let's see what Barger can do with the 2-2 count. He's had a good eye because it was 0-2, and he's held off on a splitter, and he's held off on another splitter low. Barger rips one into right field. That's going to score a run. Ernie Clement's going to go to third. The Jays are on the board first. That's a run. They're up 1-0. Great start to the game, Jays. They capitalize on mistakes by the Mariners. That is what the Jays do. They play baseball the right way. The hustle by Varsho gets him into scoring position with none out. Ernie Clement is now on third because of his hustle down the line. That Suarez error. Barger cashes him in. My goodness. And now IKF is at the plate. He can't lay off a pitch outside. We have 5 gifted memberships from Wes. Wes, thank you. They are doing their thing tonight, the Blue Jays. Not wasting time here, taking advantage of these mistakes. IKF here can just cash a run very easily by keeping this thing just on the right side of the infield. Anything past the pitcher scores a run. Cal Raleigh with a nice block there at home. That was a great play. Good little block there by Cal. Ernie Clement on third can score on anything past the pitcher. IKF does not have to do a whole bunch here. Because they're playing for the double play, the Mariners are. The infield is a little back. So he just needs to make solid contact here. Put it in play. Put it in play. That's all we're asking. Even if you ground into that double play, that's a run home. Emo Jalapeno says, bro, Jesse, we agree blueberry pie sucks. You need to trust me on this. That's your cinnamon and cheese thing. That's going to get a run home. A little bouncer to third to Suarez. Ernie Clement comes home. And IKF is safe. And Barger moves up to second. Everybody's safe. None out still. Suarez can't play it cleanly. My goodness, the Jays are hitting. Remember when I asked him to just get one by the pitcher? IKF delivered. He got one by the pitcher and then some. Suarez tried to make a bare hand grab. But guess what, Eugenio? You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy. Let's go. All IKF had to do was put that thing in play, and now he's on first base. Wes Richard with the gifted memberships. If you received a gifted membership from Rocket Wes, please say thank you to Wes. Jimenez is at the plate now. The hot Andres Jimenez. Oh, I got to get my Andres Jimenez gold glove I got. We had a live event yesterday for the Steve Dangle podcast, and somebody during our meet and greet portion gave me an Andres Jimenez gold glove, like a little statue, trophy, and it's so good. It's like really high quality. It's from when he played for the Guardians. So I got to bring that out. But not until this at-bat happens. And we get a pause in the action. Squares to bunt. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Shout out Katrina or Katarina. Shout out Nick. Hydration check. I definitely need that. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. Chat's always looking out. Shout out the chat always looking out. Oh, swing and a miss from Jimenez. That's 1-2 in the count. I got the tea in the cup. It's delicious. Jimenez here, 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strikeout. Jimenez is down on strikeouts. First out of the inning for the Blue Jays. But it's back to the top of the order here. George Springer at the plate. Oh, that was just a nasty fastball. 95.5. George Springer, who's gritting his teeth, playing through a knee contusion. It's going to take a lot more to get this guy out of the lineup. See this quote by John Schneider there? We're trying to win one game in a row. We've done that 99 times this year. The count is 3-0. Logan Gilbert, his pitch count is running up high. 41 pitches in this ball game. The Jays are really making Logan work. George Springer, 3-0. I hope he doesn't have the green light. You got to take all the way here. You want to take this pitch all the way. That's a ball. That's a ball. Let me go get the gold glove. This is my Andres Jimenez gold glove. It's in the box. I got it yesterday. Nathan Lucas is at the plate. Bases loaded, 1 out. You know what this is time for? We're going to do this at the end of the first. We're going to do this little thing. Have a little trophy presentation for Andres Jimenez. But right now, the Toronto Blue Jays have an opportunity to bust this thing wide open. Like John Schneider said, they're trying to win one game in a row and have one more game in Toronto tomorrow. A Nathan Lucas hit here with the bases loaded in the bottom of the second and 1 out can really go a long way to bringing this game back to Toronto tomorrow. Loading up the Rogers Center again for a Game 7 this time instead of a Game 6. That's what we all want to see. And we couldn't ask for anybody but Nathan Lucas at the plate. He's been hitting well. Oh, he swings and misses there. Oh, my gosh. Ah, Nathan. Okay. Everybody, reset. Can we reset this thing? Can we reset and bring it back one more time? If there's anybody you want at the plate with the bases loaded in the Game 6 of the playoffs with your season on the line, it's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. The man who's been signed to this franchise since he was a teenager. He's built for this moment. He's the best kind of Nepo baby. From a child, he's been on Major League Baseball fields. He looks this moment in the face and laughs. He says, "Oh, this is what I've dreamed about. This is the moments I relish. This is what I want." Vlatty grounds out. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Ah! We're not booing Vlatty. We're not booing Vlatty. We're just the moment is just the moment's more trumpet. You know? The moment's very trumpet. I didn't do that. That's not my fault, people. I don't control the outcomes of the Blue Jays. Let's be real here. That was a good play by Suarez. It was. Suarez can't make up for the errors he had. I guess the one where he tried to barehand is not an error, but Suarez can't make up for the earlier error. Good inning by the Jays. 2 runs on the board. That's something to celebrate. That is something to be happy about. The Jays are up 2-0. They got some run support for Trey Savage, who's coming up back on the mound. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. Andres Jimenez Gold Glove. 2022 Rollins Gold Glove Award. Andres Jimenez. They did a great job with this giveaway. It's really cool. So, yeah, somebody just handed this to me yesterday at our live show. And, yeah, I'll put that on a little bookshelf. Andres Jimenez. Pretty cool. All right. That inning was good. Could have been better. Good. Could have been better. You want the Blue Jays to be able to capitalize on a bases loaded and 1 out with your 2 and 3 hitter at the plate. You can't say you're not disappointed with that result. You know? These moments don't come by often against good teams. You can't waste those opportunities. And I hope, if I'm just being honest, I hope that was not a wasted opportunity by the Jays. As much as, like, it was great they got the 2, it could have been more. And I hope we're not looking back on that moment and we're like, Nathan Lucas had the bases loaded 1 out. Vlatty had the bases loaded 2 out. And both of them weren't able to get any runs in those situations. So that's what I'm saying right now about that. Very happy that they got the 2. Very happy that they got the 2. Could have been more. Let's cash some more runs, guys. Let's get our baby child, Trey Savage, some more run support. He is just a tiny baby. He needs all the help he can get. I don't know how he's allowed to even be on the mound. I didn't know they let babies pitch in the major leagues. This is new information to me. But he's already had 5 starts, so we'll see how this goes. He's dealing right now, too. 1-0 is the count to Crawford. 1-1, sorry, I should say. Jean-Sebastien Waugh says, hey, Jesse, Habs lost yesterday, so I kind of need a win tonight. The Jays are going to try and pick you up there, Jean-Sebastien. They will win. That's how it works, no? Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Email sent, by the way. Go Jays, go. We did get your email. We will respond to you directly on email about that little Montreal situation. Thank you, Jean-Sebastien. A little confetti. There it is. We got Crawford here. 1-2 is the count. Yeah, Savage throws it well into the dirt. I didn't even think that hit the dirt. I think that hit the grass before it got to hitting Kirk on a 1-hopper. Here we go again. Let's see if the splitter is effective this time against Crawford. It's not. 3-2 in the dirt. Crawford, you got to throw strikes here. You got to throw strikes. Nope, he doesn't throw strikes. If you've been here for any significant amount of time, you know that's my least favorite thing that Toronto Blue Jays pitchers do. When they don't throw strikes to bad hitters. They do this often, I swear. Canzone sucks. He sucks. He sucked this series. He can't hit. He's 1 for 17 in this series. Throw him strikes. J.P. Crawford is 2 for 16. He sucks too. Throw him strikes. Why are you putting him on base? He can't hit. He can't hit. Throw him a strike. Yay, Savage is throwing Canzone strikes. This is what you should do. Thank you. Thank you. Throw him strikes. He can't hit it. Oh, Connor. Yo, shout out Connor, who gave me the Jimenez gold glove. Thank you for sending that along, Robert. Connor sent the Jimenez gold glove. Appreciate it, Connor. 1 and 2 here. Strike out. There we go. Trey A. Savage strikes out Canzone, who's not good at hitting the baseball. The bottom of this Mariners lineup, you got a lot of really low batting averages. J.P. Crawford hasn't been hitting this series. Canzone has 1 hit this series. Rivas hitting 100 in the playoffs. Throw strikes. Throw strikes. Ah! Okay. Super chats. Denise said, R.I.P. Sandy Alomar Sr. Alomar Sr. Oh, Sandy Alomar Sr. passed away about a week ago. He was a Met. Sandy Alomar was a Met and a Guardian for a long time. Long-time Cleveland Guardian, Sandy Alomar Sr. And I would imagine a lot of you know Sandy Alomar Jr. Rivas here, 0-2. Doesn't bite on that splitter. Super chat. Paul said, got my jersey crested with the Savage at the Jays shop before the game, hoping that doesn't bite on that splitter low. 2 and 2 is the count. Got my jersey crested with the Savage at Jays shop today before the game, hoping that manifests the good vibes we need to force Game 7. That's fun, Paul. The Jays shop, they do a great job down at that Jays shop at the Rogers Center. That's Gate 7 or something? Gate 4? I forget. That Jays shop's cool, though. It must have been a good atmosphere down at the Rogers Center with the game tonight, Paul. I assume you had fun. Also, Yay Savage jersey, good choice. Vlatty jersey, good choice. Wes, you can't go wrong with either one. I would choose Guerrero, but that's just me. Rivas, 2-2's the count. I'm about to get mad again. People. How many times do I have to yell throw strikes? He's the number 9 hitter. Chat, if a Savage can't throw a strike to the number 9 hitter. Uh-oh. No. He threw a strike and Rivas hit it off the middle of the wall. It's going to be a single. That's a long single. Oh my gosh, that's the best result of everything. Crawford couldn't run on that one. So J.P. Crawford at first was worried about getting doubled off in case Barger was able to get under that ball. So Crawford couldn't go all the way. It was high, and it looked like it was coming down to play, which it did. So Crawford did the right thing by not going all the way around the bases. And because it bounced right off the wall and right to Varsho, who was covering for Barger, they were able to get it in quickly, limit the damage, and that ends up being a very long single. Now, Rodriguez is at the plate. Oh! Alejandro Kirk tries to pick off Rivas at first. What a throw! What a cannon on Kirk! They're checking. They're challenging. They're challenging. Alejandro Kirk, the platinum glove, Catcher behind the plate for the Blue Jays might have just had an unbelievable pickoff of Rivas at first. Look at him whip that ball to Guerrero. What a tag by Vlatty. Oh, if he got him right on the hand. Yes, he did. Come on. You got to bring that one back. Oh, Vlatty's tag was just off. Oh, Vlatty, if you had, I don't know if there's enough to overturn it. The New York offices got to look at this one closely. It's real close. Wes Richard said he caved and got both. Wes Richard just picked up a Savage and Vlatty jersey. This is so darn close. What's up, miserable Sabres fan? Thank you for coming out. My ruling on this would be that there's not enough evidence to overturn it. If I'm the New York offices right now, I stick with the call on the field. I say, you know what? I can't say either way which way this thing goes. Call stands. Yep. Call stands. Yo, we got a super chat here. Tori Nira says, if Crawford scores, we blame you for demanding a Savage throw strikes. It's not my fault when bad things happen, people. I don't have that much power over the universe. Ye Savage did the right thing in that at-bat. That is the number 9 hitter. Ye Savage's problem in that at-bat, if we want to talk about this, was getting to 3-2 with Rivas. Rivas knew at 3-2 he had to throw strikes. If Ye Savage doesn't fall behind him and he throws strikes earlier in the count, things might have played out a little different, huh? That's what I'm saying about throwing strikes. Throw them early. Don't throw them when you're behind. We'll throw them when you're behind already too. But you got to get those strikes in that at-bat early so you're not falling behind the number 9 hitter. That's what I'm asking for, people. Chat. Trying to make me, putting this on me. I didn't make him do that. 3-1's the count here to Rodriguez. Throw strikes. That's a ball, 4 bases loaded. You can't walk the batter ahead of Cal Raleigh. Oh my goodness. Now what do you do? Now what do you do? You see why I asked for strikes? You see why I asked for strikes? Because you get to a situation where you walk a batter and Cal Raleigh, the person who's hit more home runs than any hitter in Major League Baseball this season, is at the plate. This is an all-time moment for Trey Savage. Right now, we got 2 options. Cal makes you play, Cal makes you pay, or you have a career moment here. And this could be an all-time moment from Ye Savage because he gets Cal Raleigh. It's the ground down, the double play. That's the end of the inning. Oh, my God. 3-6-1 double play. Ye Savage is him. He is him. We should have never been worried. Trey gets into mistakes and he cleans them up. He knows what he's doing out there. Walk everybody. As long as you end up no runs allowed in the inning. Best hitter in baseball. Grounds into a double play because our baby child pitcher got him with a splitter. Oh my goodness, that's the best pitch in baseball. That's the best pitch in baseball. Nobody can hit that splitter. That was nasty. That was nasty. No runs. Through 2 innings for Ye Savage. Yo. Super chat here. Jason Patrick says, make a shirt that says it's not my fault when bad things happen, people. It has to have Jesse's face on it. Send me like $250 for the idea. That might be a shirt. That might be a shirt. It's not my fault when bad things happen, people. Cam Redknack says, any crash outs on the menu? If Ye Savage doesn't keep throwing strikes, I'm a crash out. But he's throwing strikes here. Look at this. Look at this darn splitter that got Kyle Raleigh. You can't hit the splitter. You can't hit it. Best pitch in baseball. Thrown by a little child on the mound. Best pitch in baseball. Unbelievable. See what I'm talking about throwing strikes? Elf says, double play on Raleigh. Oh, yeah, that earns a little confetti. James says, ain't about making a mistake, but how he recovers. I would like him to not make the first mistake. I'm going to be honest here. I'd rather the bases not be loaded. That's what I'm saying. Oh, my gosh. Sedin Magic 15 says, crash out like Steve did on the LFR last night. Have you guys seen the LFR from yesterday? Steve went in. Steve went in on the Leafs for not having any toughness in front of Stallers on Saturday against the Kraken. Brandon Carlo, thank you for the hydration check. Brandon Carlo not moving bodies in front 2 times in that game. The second time, he had the opportunity to beat up on a guy who ran his goaltender, and he kind of just stood there. Steve was not happy. Steve burst a couple blood vessels. And as he usually is, he's kind of right. He's right in that they got to do better than that and sticking up for your guys. You know? Because when we don't need to do Leafs corner. We got to the bottom of the 3rd inning before we got to Leafs corner. I'm sorry, people. Alejandro Kirk's going to ground out here to Eugenio Suarez, who makes a play this time. That's 1 out in the inning. 1 out. Kirk grounds out. So, if Stallers were to watch the LFR, I don't think he would disagree with a single word Steve said. That's the thing. That's why there's like no argument against what Steve is doing, what Steve did Saturday. Because the guy who's out there on the ice said something in a lot calmer words in his post-game presser on Saturday. He was unhappy with Willie not back-checking. He was unhappy with Carlo not standing up for him. And Steve said it in a yelly way for 12 minutes, and Stoller said it in a calmy way for 30 seconds. Everybody delivers their content in different ways, but they delivered the same message. That's what I'm going to say tomorrow on the Steve Dangle podcast. Probably. Something like that. Varsho here, out to right field, is going to be caught. That's 2 outs in the inning. Stollers is captain material. Changed my mind. He totally is. Anthony Stollers is a leader on that team. Whether he has an A or not, he has an A on that team. If you have not hit like on this video, hit like for an Ernie Clement home run. No, it's off the wall. It's off high off the wall. Clement's going into third base. Stand up, triple Ernie. That's our boy, the Ern Dog. Off the top of the wall. 2 outs. Ernie Clement remains on fire. Ernie Clement remains on so much fire. What a swing there. Just missed. They're showing the replay here of where it bounced off the top of the wall. Just missed that. Okay. Now we need Barger to pick us up here. Barger's got a man on third with 2 out. We need Barger to step up and drive him in. Ernie's doing some of the damage. Barger follows that up with a deep drive to right field. That ball is out of the park. Barger delivers. Home run, Blue Jays. Let's go. The Barger bomb, 403 feet. 2-run score. Jays are up 4-0 early. 2 outs. They deliver. Unreal. Throw on that jacket, Addison. You've earned it. Roger Center's going crazy right now. Logan Gilbert with a look of despair on his face. What's with the long face, Logan? My goodness, Barger. Thank you. Thank you, Addison. Bam, bam, Barger time. Wes Richard with 10 gifted memberships. Shout out Jennifer for Bam, bam, Barger. Unreal. That's what we need. 4-0 Jays. Wes Richard with the super chat saying Ernie got that dog in him. Yes, he does. 2-out triple followed by 2-out bomb. The Jays are trying to make sure that there is baseball tomorrow in Toronto. If you received a super chat from Wes, please thank Wes. The Jays needed that. They need those parts of the lineup to deliver. They need that part of the lineup to deliver, and that's what they got early. That is your number 7 hitter. Your number 6 hitter with the triple. Your number 7 hitter with the follow-up home run and 2-run blast. Things are looking up, Blue Jays, right now. You love to see it. Let me get a sip of this. Cam Redknack says, will your heart be able to take an ALCS Game 7? Oh, yeah. My heart's strong. I do my cardio. My heart's going to My heart's going to live through that thing. I got it trained and ready for these moments. I got to retweet this this little stream link. If you have not liked this video right now, hit like. Hit like. Wes Richard says, not near enough likes, chat. Let's show Jesse some love. If you are here, just hit like on there. You know? It's a big thing for us. It's a small little favor that you can do for us. And if you really like us, hit subscribe on the channel. Hit subscribe on the channel. We got John here with a super chat that says, Barger, another hockey-looking guy. There's like 6 guys in this lineup who you could say, like, oh, that guy looks like he might play for the Leafs. You know, like Gosman and Tanev are basically twins. Barger's got that hockey thing going on. If you played like D for the Lightning, Addison Barger sounds like a dude who plays D for the Lightning. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. All right. Due up for the Mariners here. Polanco, Naylor, Arozarena. Email Jalapeno gifting 5 memberships. Always love hearing from Emo Jalapeno. Trey Savage has come back on the mound. 46 pitches thrown so far. Decent. A little higher than you'd like. He's not quite throwing a gem, but no runs allowed, 1 hit. He's just been getting himself into a little bit of trouble here with the walks today. 2 walks by a Savage. We'll see if he can deal here in this 4th inning. Starting off this at-bat. Throwing strikes as we are asking him to do. 0-1 is the count to Jorge Polanco. 5 strikeouts in 3 innings of work for Ye Savage. That's really good. Like I said, only hit given up to the number 9 hitter. Super chat. Elf Nordsman says, how's Vlatty's tag not out? Glove tag on base count. No. You got to touch the player. Vlatty touching the base doesn't count. It's not a force out. It was he's got to tag him. So because the tag wasn't immediately down and on the player, the Rivas who was sliding back, that's why you couldn't tell if Rivas touched the bag first. It looked really close. They made the right call there. Call in the field was safe. There was nothing there to overturn that safe call. Vlatty touching the bag doesn't help. He's got to touch the runner for him to be out on the pickoff attempt. Elf, there you go. Ye Savage here. 2-2 is this count against Polanco. Tea time. .51 pitches now for Ye Savage as this count climbs a little. That ball's hit a long way to right field, but it dies in the air, and Barger's able to get under it for the first out of the inning. Heather says, I know I'm lurking because baseball isn't my sport, but great job, Jesse, on the call. As always, shout out to Hayden, Robert, and the SDPNQ crew. Thank you. Yeah, if you're not a baseball fan, who cares? Hang out and just chat. If you want to just stick around and chat because we're having fun, I like that too. And if you got any baseball questions, let me know. We like all old and new fans of the game. There is a single up the middle. Josh Naylor singles, the Canadian who's been hitting really well this series. Singles off of Ye Savage. He really sticks with that ball. That was a good piece of hitting there. Dumps it into center field. Mariners now have 1 runner on and 1 out. We have here Another super chat. This one's from John. John writes, worried teams have picked up Trey's split, more walks. No, I'm not worried about that yet. The splitter tonight has a lot of swings and misses. Its whiff rate is pretty good. So I'm just worried about Trey's control here. Oh, that's a hit softly to Clement. Clement can't play it cleanly. It's a swinging bunt. Even if he grabs it with the bare hand, I don't think he's throwing him out there. That is a speedy Randy Arozarena going down the line. Clement's not gonna throw him out unless he has an unreal play there. So that's 2 batters on here. And Eugenio Suarez at the plate. This is tough. This is a good hitter. Trey's got to get himself out of this thing. Starts this account off with a ball, 1-0. That's a foul ball. It's 1-0 the count. I want to answer one question from the chat as soon as I get a moment. But Eugenio Suarez here is looking real dangerous at the plate. Did he go around? No. 2-1 is the count. 1 out, 2 men on. Too many sodium 587 says, not a ball fan, only an SDP one who's here, so I know what happens. I'm not left out confused in discussions at work. That is, we can fill you in on that. Yeah, this is the only thing people are going to be talking about tomorrow at your office place, at your place of work. The Jays playing a Game 7 on Monday night. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, but it's looking good right now. 2-2 is the count. 1 out. Suarez, 2-2 against the Savage. One more time. We reset after that foul ball. 2-2, 1 out. Suarez doesn't bite on the low pitch, and it gets through Kirk's wickets. There's now 2 men on, 1 on second, 1 on third, with 1 out, and the count is 3-2. Uh-oh. I think that was the slider. Yeah, it looks like the slider just went really low. Kirk probably should have been able to block that one. He got up a little quickly. You got to stay down when you're the catcher. Block it with your body. Kirk got up, and that's a ball 4. Jason Miller with the super chat. SDPN needs a slow pitch team. In other news, come to a Kitchener Rangers game. Also, don't tell Adam or Steve, but Jesse is the best. Thank you, Jason. I am going to tell them. I'm going to tell them. I'm going to brag about it. Jason likes me best. JP Crawford's now at the plate. Trey starts him off with a strike. Robert Bet with the super chat. Okay, Blue Jays, let's play ball. I would sing it. Good thing there's no audio. As a singer, I suck. We'll sing it at the 7th inning stretch there. 0-2's the count now. JP Crawford against the Savage. That's what I like. You're throwing strikes. You're getting ahead in the count. Now you can work however you want. Because you are ahead in this count 0-2, you can go wherever you want with this. I assume he's going splitter. Might go slider away, but I think it'd be splitter low as usual. Yep, there it is. That's going to be a double play. Once again, Trey A. Savage gets into trouble, and what does Trey A. Savage do? He gets himself out of trouble. That earns an ole. Trey can't be stopped. As soon as you think that things are coming up Mariners, Trey Savage with what I'm going to call, once again, the best pitch in baseball. That splitter gets J.P. Crawford to ground into a double play, just like it got Cal Raleigh. Trey, you're too good. You are too good, Trey. My goodness, another double play. He's getting into trouble, and he's getting himself out of trouble. No runs allowed through 4 innings. What can you ask for? You know, you want him to allow more than that or less than that? It's 0. You know, they don't ask how many, they ask how. They don't ask how, they ask how many. There we go. Second time's the charm. Super chats I have to get to. This is fun. 4-0 Blue Jays. We're going to the bottom of the 4th inning. Jimenez, Gold Glove Jimenez, Springer, and Lucas due up for the Jays. That's 9-1-2 coming up. John says, you have any connection to Naylor, another Mississauga boy? We've been through this a couple times on this stream. He grew up like 10 minutes north of me, 15 minutes north, not even 15, like 10 minutes north of me. No connection to him at all. No connection to him. He's probably like a couple years younger than me. Yeah, like 5 years younger than me. Don't know him at all. Don't know. Both out of the same school board though, which is fun. The Dufferin Peel Catholic District School Board. They produce people who love baseball. Next super chat comes from, it's a little chilly. It's hot in here right now because the Jays are heating up and Trey's on fire. If the Blue Jays play San Diego this year, field trip, that is a long-running gag on the SDP about Steve loving San Diego. We will never visit San Diego just on principle of the bit. Maybe one day. If the San Diego Gulls want to fly us out to San Diego, we will come. That's how we're getting there. All right, let's lock back into this game. We got Jimenez at the plate. Logan Gilbert, 61 pitches, 62 now with that 0-1 strike. Oh, and 1 is the count here. That's a ball high. Logan Gilbert delivers. Oh, that's a good swing and miss. 1-2 on Jimenez now. We have some things to catch up on at the end of this 4th inning. We have a Addison Barger home run game day 3D we have to watch. We watch the home run of every game day 3D, as is my promise to you, the people in the chat. We also have a Cal Raleigh game day 3D double play to watch that big moment from Trey Savage. And Andres Jimenez here is going to ground out. Yeah, Eugenio Suarez catches that cleanly. Jimenez was hustling, but plenty of time. So, super chat here. Charge 416 says, I went to the Dufferin Peel Catholic District School Board in Mississauga too. I graduated from Gonzaga Secondary School, lived in Mississauga almost my whole life until recently. Gonzaga, it was like right down the street from my school, Loyola. I used to not run track, but Springer takes that one out to center field. That's just a pop fly, though. That's 2 outs in the inning. You guys have a nice track there. We'd go there and like just run. Like it was like, oh, I gotta like do 5K today. You know, keep your cardio up. We were talking earlier about cardio and heart's problems. Cardio's good. If I wanted to run on a track, I'd go over there because at the time, I didn't have the new Loyola where they have a track now, but that was the closest track. So there you go. Charge 416. Nathan Lucas is at the plate after that pop fly out from George Springer. Nathan Lucas fouls that first pitch off. 0-1 is the count. Sip of tea. Ball low. So, Jays fans, tomorrow, I feel like everybody was kind of like pretty good with this game, right? Like we were all coming in good vibes. But tomorrow's going to be the big nervous one, right? You go to work all day. You got to come home at night, 8 o'clock. It's a Game 7 with the Toronto team. It's at home. City's going to be buzzing. Bars are going to be packed. If they do the thing, the streets are going to be crazy. If they can't get it done, it's going to be Toronto team, just like the Leafs. Can't get done to Game 7, and I don't want to hear any of that. Like, if this team gets to a Game 7 of the ALCS and tomorrow goes in the way we don't want it to go, this team, like, they're such a likable team. They've had such a good season. This is a ground out by Lucas, by the way, to second base. He gets thrown out there, and that's the end of the inning. You know what? Chris is right. Shall we not talk about tomorrow? But Robert Malloy's also right. This team was not supposed to be good. This team finished in last place last year. We didn't know if they had this in them. They shocked the world. This is a shock the world team. We got 5 gifted memberships. Why can't I see your username? Oh, Heather. Shout out Heather with the 5 gifted memberships. We have things to do now that it is the end of the bottom of the 4th inning. Okay. Let's lock in, everybody. This is the Addison Barger home run ball that put the Jays ahead 4-0. So we are going to get this full screen for you all. Here we go. Okay, Addison Barger at the plate. We got Ernie Clement leadoff triple there. You see him over there at third. Can you see it? You can see him over at third. Roger center's packed. Logan Gilbert delivers. Pitch on the inside. Oh, no, it's just low middle. Barger running all the way. He wasn't sure if it was gone immediately. He's hustling. Barger full speed around first. Hey, there's the Selly. Does everybody see the Selly? Yes, let's go one more time on that Selly, Barger. If this thing is going to load and bring it back. Okay, hold on. We need the Barger Selly one more time. So Barger, low middle, hits that home run. He's hustling to first. Not sure if it's going to get off the wall or not. It goes away. It goes over the wall. Arm raise. He knows it's gone. And then there we go. There it is right there. Game day 3D Selly. And it likes to freeze right there. Okay. And then let's get up the series-defining moment so far for the Blue Jays and the career-defining moment so far for Trey Savage. This is the biggest moment of his career until every next pitch he throws in this game. Cal Raleigh the guy who's hit the most home runs out of anybody in Major League Baseball this year. The bases are loaded. Third, second, first. Guys packed for Cal Raleigh. AL MVP possibly. Savage throws a splitter right down the middle of the plate. But that splitter is so good. Raleigh gets on top of it. Savage covers the bag. And that is a double play. What a great piece of fielding by the rookie. What a great double play turn by the whole squad. We're going to bring it back one more time and watch this thing unfold from one more angle. There's Raleigh. Ground it. He hits that hard too. What a play by Vlatty. What a play by Vlatty too. Go underrated in this whole thing. Look at Vlatty go to his left. Scoop it. Throw it over. Second, Savage covers. Beautiful. Incredible play. I can watch this all day long. But there is a game that we need to tune into. I could watch that all day long. That's my favorite thing that's ever happened in my entire life. What a double play. Canzone's at the plate now. 1-2's the count. Savage is ahead of him. Let's see if Savage can get out of this 5th inning, get into a 6th inning, a place he's never pitched beyond in his career. Remember, his career is not very long. His MLB career just started a couple weeks ago. He is a child, and he is going to try, I think, hopefully, to pitch into the 6th inning for the first time in his life in Major League Baseball. The longest outing of Savage's career so far was that first game against the Yankees where he pitched 5 1/3 innings. So if Savage can get 3 outs here, this would be the long. Oh, no. He needs 3 outs here and then 1 more out. Oh, that's a base hit. Getting ahead of myself. I'm getting ahead of myself. Canzone singles. Canzone, who sucks. Singles. 2 for 19. Hitting 120 in the playoffs. Savage threw a fastball high and in the zone. Canzone's able to go with it and hit it into center field. Rivas is here. At the plate. That's a strike by Savage. If Savage gets 3 outs here and then 1 more out in the 6th, that'd tie the longest outing of his life in the major leagues. 5 outs away from the longest outing of his life. That ball's fouled off. It's 0-2 in the count. I'm going to be honest. It should be all old school baseball tonight. We've had this conversation here already in the chat on the stream. This got to be old school baseball. I know after Rivas is the 3rd time through the order. That can't be what you're looking at if you're John Schneider. Tonight's is vibes. That is a swing and a miss. When your pitcher is pitching a shutout, that is not the time to go to Louis Varland. I know John Schneider is itching. He's itching to call down to the bullpen because that's his favorite thing to do in the world. That's a double play. They turn it, and Savage gets out of the inning again. Leave the kid in there. Keep him in. He's dealing. He can't be stopped. Sedin Magic 15 says Trey is pitching scared. You can see it. What is he scared of? He's scared of nothing. Scared of getting more double plays? All he does is get these Mariners to ground into double plays. 3rd one of the game for the Blue Jays. My goodness. 3 double plays on the inning. On the game, I should say. Sorry. Anytime you think there's trouble, Savage delivers a double play. Leave him in, Schneider. Leave him in. We have Guerrero, Kirk, and Varsho due up. We also have another ground ball to take a look at because this is ground double play number 2 of 3 on the evening by A Savage. This was the J.P. Crawford one. So you see there, man on second, man on first over there, and then man on third. And this was when J.P. Crawford grounded into the double play. We watched the Cal Raleigh one. This one was second base to shortstop to Vlatty at first. And Vlatty was so pumped. I want to see if I can get the let's do the pitcher cam. Probably the best way to see Vlatty here when we zoom over. So there's A Savage watching his double play unfold. He's pointing. He's celebrating. There he is. He knows it's going to be turned, and they walk off. And then where's Vlatty there? There's Vlatty jogging to the dugout, as happy as well. Let's see if the action cam can get zoomed on this celly. There it is. Okay, there's the turn. Runner doesn't score. Everybody in that infield is happy. Blue Jays walked that thing off. No runs allowed. Still to this moment, no runs allowed. I can't justify doing the thing we always do here as the Toronto Blue Jays, and that's taking out our starting pitching when they are dealing and taking out the starting pitching when it comes to the third time through the lineup. I know that's a Blue Jay specialty. If this is July, heck, if it's September, it makes sense. Go to Louis Varland. But it's not, people. It's October 19th. And the Blue Jays are still playing baseball. We're coming up on Halloween. And the Blue Jays are still playing baseball. It's not the time to pull your pitches a little too early. Let the kid pitch. Super chat here. John says, what did Eric Lauer do to get blacklisted? I don't know. Eric Lauer held up this Blue Jays pitching staff for like 4 months of this season. And all of a sudden, John Schneider hates the man. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. hits this one out of the ballpark and into the Blue Jays bullpen. That is a home run for Vlatty. Jays up 5-0. Placata! Vlatty goes deep. The Jays won't stop racking up the runs. Bottom of the 5th, 5 runs. 384 out to the Jays bullpen. Things are looking good here, people. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But Logan Gilbert has just been chased from this game. And the Toronto Blue Jays are sitting pretty with a 5-run lead. Oh my goodness. Was that a bat flip? Oh, he dropped that thing and shrugged those shoulders and walked off. There is swagger in that kid. Woo! Jog, Vlatty. You don't have to run this one out. You can take your time around those bases. You've earned it. Every single penny. Shout out the super chats that were paid out there. Let me see if I can shout you out. That was Wes Richard once again with the super chats. It is indeed Vlatty Daddy time. Wes Richard with the classic super chat. Most valuable player. And then we had the squeezable lemon who shows up out of nowhere and drops 10 gifted memberships to the chat. That earns a little DOS, right? Right? Do we bring back Olay? And do we let the DOS have at it? For the first time tonight, people, welcome, members of the Dancing Animal Squad. Little chicken's out. Oh, wait, remove the chicken and get the snail on the logo. The Dancing Animal Squad want to say hello. The whipping nay-naying giraffe is doing a great job there. We got Alejandro Kirk at the plate now to face the new pitcher in for Seattle, Edward Bazardo, who is ahead of Kirk 0-1. Oh, my goodness. Jean-Sebastian Waugh. As the Jays go up 5-0 on the Mariners, Jean-Sebastian Waugh drops 5-0 memberships. My goodness. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you received one of those memberships, please thank Mr. Waugh. That is very kind of you. SDPN thanks you. The chat thanks you. We all thank you. We appreciate it. Kirk flies out to right field. My goodness. This is a good night. This is a good night to be a Blue Jays fan right now. It's far from over. But so far through 5 innings, this is a good time. Natalie Drake. Huge supporter of SDPN. With the super chat. Mariners, more like M-Mariners. M-Mariners. Well done. Well done with this dad joke. Elf with the super chat. Vlatty gets ball and pitcher out of here. That is correct. He did chase Logan Gilbert, and we got Bazardo in the game now to face Varsho, who flies out to center field. It's very deep, 398. 398 feet to center field. Andrew Doucette. Andrew Doucette, do not do this. Do not do this, Andrew. Andrew writes, doesn't this game 6 feel like Florida again? It doesn't. The Jays are not the Leafs. The Toronto Blue Jays, I don't know why I have to say this. Does anything about these Jays scream Toronto Maple Leafs? No. No. Nothing. Nothing about this team. Not even close. We're not doing that. Not doing that nonsense. People like to bring over Leafs paranoia to this thing. Ernie Clement doubles. That's a 2-out bloop double. 2 out on two out now, and Ernie Clement on second. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up with all the super chats. This is from John. I keep getting lost in Rodriguez's eyes. Fair. Oh, Barger flies out. End of the inning. Sedin Magic 1591 says, the Rogers Center deserves World Series baseball. That's for certain. All right. Anything? We're good. So we have a Vladimir Guerrero Jr. game day 3D to watch. I don't know if it's going to be ready because it didn't happen very long ago. All right, that'll have to take time. Chat, we feeling good now? We feeling good? Is it time for our tradition here? Is it time for our Jays stream tradition? It's 5-0 Blue Jays here in the bottom of the 5th inning. They got 4 innings here to force a Game 7 tomorrow night in Toronto. What we do here... Oh, Sarah knows. Sarah says that they've got their chocolate, so I'm feeling fantastic. Your job in the chat right now, if you've been here before, you know what I'm asking for. You need to make the rest of the chat salivate at what you're enjoying on this Sunday evening. What are you munching on? What are you enjoying? If you had dinner, let us know what you had dinner earlier, no matter what time zone you're in. Maybe it's breakfast for you. Let us know what you're having for breakfast. If you're crushing 9 beers over the course of 9 innings, let us know if you're eating a beer. It is indeed food time. Andrew's having a bowl of honeycombs. Kratzy, white people, taco night. White people, taco night. We're getting the shredded cheese. That's a funny TikTok. Princess is having some butter chicken. Pumpkin pie. Nicole's having pumpkin pie. That's the best pie. Sushi. Frosted flakes. Mike's having frosted flakes. A burrito. Sienna. A Michelob Bailey. Mac and fettuccine cheese for David. Inside JC's lost track of how many beers. JC, that means you should stop. Adriana is having dinner, homemade pasta on the West Coast. Homemade tostadas for Steven. Mary Brown's making a back-to-back appearance in the Jays stream. Ribs, fries, green beans. That's Michael. Pork steak for Denny. Adam's having roast beef, carrots, and broccoli. That's a healthy one. Crushing tall boys we got from Doar. Kombucha and fruit? Oh, that's too healthy. You got to eat something. Ooh, someone just said focaccia. I love focaccia bread. Sharkbait said focaccia bread. Love focaccia bread. And we got Snoopy Kendall with the super chat. Snoopy Kendall says, my family just had our Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving in Canada was last week for anybody who doesn't know, Americans out there. Turkey, mashed potatoes, stuffing, pumpkin pie, the whole shebang. Cal Raleigh is at the plate to face Trey Savage. It is 1-2 in the count. None out. Trey Savage is pitching into the 6th inning for only the 2nd time in his career. Savage has never pitched beyond 5 1/3 innings in his career. If he gets 2 outs in this inning, that is a new career high. We'll see what he can do here. Louis Varland is up in the bullpen. I don't want to see. That's a strikeout! Trey Savage gets Raleigh striking out. The best hitter in the game is no match for our Trey Savage. That splitter is nasty. He's getting Raleigh with it all night long. Forget the analytics. Savage has never heard of that word. All he knows is nasty pitching. Trey's facing Polanco right now. Trey's throwing nastalytics at the mound. Unreal. Absolutely unreal. One more out to record a career high in how long he's pitched in a game. And there it is. A new career high. Savage retires Polanco for the second out of the inning. James Stemler says, want to shout out just how insane of a story it is to go from single A to starting an elimination game in the ALCS in the same year. Movie material. Yes, it is. All credit to the Blue Jays front office for doing that correctly. They worked him through the minors all season long so he could be ready in September, surprise the world, and have him ready for these moments. He is unreal. That ball is so far out there. Oh, my God. That ball's fair and gone. The way Josh Naylor spun and hit that, I thought it was going foul. And then they showed the ball, and it was so darn deep. Josh Naylor, why are you doing this to us? You're from Mississauga. You're a Blue Jays fan. Oh. Savage did not throw that fastball correctly. Josh Naylor gets a hold of it. And Josh Naylor makes it 5-1 for the Blue Jays and gets Seattle on the board. That came out of nowhere. And now we have a single by Randy Arozarena. Addison Barger's going to run over there, though. Keep him at first. Okay. This is the longest outing of his career. This is the longest out of Savage's career. And John Schneider's done. He's seen enough. And the crowd is giving it to him. Round of applause for Savage. 1-run ball through 5 2/3 innings, 6 hits allowed, 8 strikeouts on the night. The kid pitched incredibly. 7 Ks on the night, 1 earned run. Savage did his thing. But John Schneider's going to Snyder. Chandan Sidhu says the Jays need to get right to Hoffman, skip these layers of relievers who just dropped the ball. Varland has been decent for the Jays. We'll see how he does here. He is coming into the game. Thank you for the super chat there, Chandan Sidhu. Robert Bet with the food chat. Toasted fried egg, bacon cheese sandwich with homemade fries. And then Sedine Magic says, Naylor must be committing treason. I want Justin Trudeau to lock him up. They're going to reinstate Trudeau as president so we can lock him up, and then we won't have Josh Naylor to hit home runs in Game 7. Wes Richard with the super chat. Thank you, Wes. Always coming with those super chats all game. Okay, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. Who's in favor of removing Trey Savage? Did I say president? Sorry. Sorry. I meant prime minister. I'm sorry. I'm sure Mark Carney can handle locking up Josh Naylor for treason. That's what I'd like to see happen. I did say president. Sorry, slip of the tongue. Are we in favor? Are we in favor of removing Ye Savage for Varland? What's the temperature check on this move? Rayner said no, not in favor. Matt said yup. Jeff said he's young, save him. Andrew, get him to the end of the inning. Scott says nope. Fran, not in favor. Oh, I am not in favor yet. Bailey, it was time in my opinion. Zin, pitch count was climbing. It's pretty 50-50. Varland comes in, starts 2-1 on Eugenio. 2 out here. The bullpen's going to be in charge of handling this 4-run lead. Ye Savage did his part. Uh-oh. Varland's come in and thrown 3 balls. James Stemler says something, death taxes, and Schneider pulling pitchers. It's fine. I get somewhat in this moment. Just trying to be funny. It's what John Schneider does. He's real good at walking to the mound and going to the bullpen. I think it's his favorite thing to do in the world. Here we go. 3-2 pitch, 2 out. That ball's hit into right field. That's a base hit. The Mariners are going to score a run here. Randy Arozarena comes all the way around from first base to score on the Eugenio Suarez single into right field. You guys know what I'm about to say, right? You guys know what I'm about to say. Trey Savage could have done that. If you're going to bring in someone, make sure they do their job. Because Trey Savage can allow a run. Oh, my goodness, this bullpen. 3-run lead now. It's a 3-run lead. JP Crawford's at the plate. It's 1-1, Varland. That's a ball. That's a ball from Louis Varland, and boos are raining down in the Rogers Center. You can't blame them. 2-2 now. All I'm asking for is them to throw strikes. Throw strikes. Get ahead in the count. JP Crawford against Louis Varland. 2-2. 2 out. Top 6. Ball. 3-2. Swing and a miss. There it is. Changeup gets them. They get out of trouble, Louis Varland. Louis Varland's able to throw a strike there. Get out of trouble. There's something, you know. But it's 5-2 now. And, you know, on my YouTube channel, after every game, I do a little recap of every postseason Blue Jays game. You can check that out over there. And tonight's not the night, but one of these nights, one of these videos, it's going to talk about the original sin of this team. And the original sin isn't that John Schneider pulls these guys too early and goes to the bullpen. Because the thing they're doing is the right thing based on the percentages, right? It's, if you look at how the game should play out, it's what you should do in those situations. They're doing the right move analytically. But those right moves only apply if you can trust the people you're going to. It's the correct thing to do if the person coming out of the pen is a good relief pitcher, is a person who can throw strikes and gets outs. You know, you go to a lefty-lefty matchup, or you want to turn around Cal Raleigh, so you're bringing Brendan Little and all that stuff will happen on Friday. And, like, that's the right move if the person you're putting on the mound is the correct pitcher. But the original sin of the Jays team is that they didn't put enough good pitchers in the bullpen. You know? It's not that they're going to the guys in the right area. It's that they don't have the guys to go to. So then your decision to go to the guys is a bad decision. But that conversation needs to be saved for a later date, because so far it's kind of worked. They're ahead 5-2. They're a win here today away from pushing into Game 7. The series not over. The season isn't over either. This was a last place team last year that is now in the American League Championship Series. This team, in as much perspective as I can put it right now, IKF pops up to second base here. They're going to make this out here for the first out of the inning. In as much perspective as I can put this into, the Toronto Blue Jays are 5 wins away after today. 6 wins away, currently in the bottom of the 6th inning. 6 wins away from winning the championship of their league. 6 wins away from the World Series is a pretty darn good season right now. So we can't quite have the conversation about Ross Atkins and Mark Shapiro not filling in that bullpen. But one day, we might have to have that conversation. And that one day might be very soon, or it might be not soon at all. Who knows? Who knows when we're going to talk about that? If at all. The Dodgers look good. That's a strikeout real quick. Oh, my goodness. Jimenez, 3 pitches, 3 strikes, done. Sit down. 2 quick outs in the top of the bottom of the 6th inning for the Blue Jays here. After the Mariners stack on 2, their first 2 runs of the ballgame at the top of the 6th, the Blue Jays have gone down quickly 2 outs in the inning. A couple of super chats. Alex says, maybe we just pretend that little thing didn't happen. I'd love to do that. I don't know if I got one of those Men in Black memory things. Is the Men in Black memory thing too of an old-time reference? George Springer's going to ground out to third base here. End of the 6th inning. Jays go down quickly. 3 outs. Is memory, do the young kids, the youngins, am I unk for referencing Men in Black memory flash? I might be unk. Bay Louse says, sorry, I'm trying to get to all the super chats. I apologize if I missed any. Bay Louse says, at least one Toronto game against Seattle is going okay this weekend. Saturday was not fun. That's for certain. That was an ugly overtime loss by the Toronto Maple Leafs. James says, James, I got to yours. Is the Rachel's Raiders 5 freedom or maple dollars per entry? What? The Rachel Raiders 5 freedom or maple dollars per entry? What is the Rachel Raiders 5? That's our Easter Seals team. Hey, go to Robert, can you drop the link in the chat to donate to our Easter Seals team? We raise money for Easter Seals Ontario, which benefits kids with physical disabilities. We raise money for them every fall. We're doing that again this year. We play hockey against a bunch of celebrity hockey people, and we raise money for Easter Seals Ontario. If you got a couple bucks to spare, please donate to our Easter Seals team. You can donate to my team, to Steve's team, Steve Dango's team, or Adam Wild's team. All the money goes to the same place. Great charity. James here. Thank you for saying something about Easter Seals and Rachel Raiders. And Robert Malloy will drop the link in the chat so you can hit it up and donate. Robert, can you also add it to the description of the live? I don't know if you have permissions to do that on the YouTube channel. If you could do that as well, that would be excellent. Thank you. Because I don't think it's in the description. It might not be. I don't know. But add it. Because we need to raise money for some kids who deserve things. And Easter Seals will get them those things. So donate. That's what I'm asking for. Sedin Magic 15. They didn't fill the bullpen with good arms, though. Yep. Facts. Big facts. And hydration check. Gerbit, I think, with the correct answer. So I asked if the neuralizer from Men in Black referencing it is unk. And Gerbit says, you are unk, but that's not why. I think that's correct. I'm unk because I got gray hair, right? Cam Redknack said it. Yeah, it's the grays. Divided We Fall says, you're raspy unk. Baseball is unk, says Mason. Young people like baseball. Thank you, Katarina, for the hydration check. Yo, the chat is chatting tonight. Oh, you were asking if it was Canadian dollars or not. I'm just stupid. The super chat was asking if it was Canadian dollars. Yes, all donations are in Canadian dollars. Sorry, James, I didn't get what you were saying. The link is there to donate to my Easter Seals page. I'm almost at my goal. This is a pop-up can zone. Pops up to Jimenez, who goes out into shallow left field, gets under it. That's the first out of the inning there. Varland gets can zone to pop out. Louis Varland doing a nice job here. Quick out. Thank you to everybody who's tuned into this chat, to this stream. The Toronto Blue Jays are indeed 8 outs away from us being back here in 24 hours. Charge says, thoughts on the Stallers hit and reaction yesterday. We had Leafs corner. For anybody who's here, it was the bottom of the third inning, right? I'm $10 away from my goal, says Robert Malloy. That's crazy. If anybody's got $10 to spare, can you donate it to my Easter Seals page? I'm almost at my goal. That's awesome. Varland is throwing to Rivas, who's the number 9 hitter, who has a hit tonight but is not very good. And he got behind him 2-1, but he gets back all square at 2-2 right now. So, anybody who was here in the chat earlier, I think it was the bottom of the third inning, we did Leafs corner real quick. So I did share my thoughts on Stallers there for the last super chat that was just asked. But go watch Steve Dangle's LFR. He says everything that should be said. Stallers was upset post-game because the guys weren't tough enough. Louis Varland throws. Strike out, Louis! Strike out, Louis. 2 outs in the inning. Well done, Varland. I agree with what Steve Dangle said in the LFR. Go watch that. They need to toughen up those Leafs. These Jays are not the Leafs. Don't bring that energy here. Varland facing Rodriguez, top of the order. Varland needs to get through this 7th inning. No one's up right now in the pen. Shout out Steve Dangle in the chat. That's a fly ball to left field. Louis Varland, quick work of the Mariners in the top of the 7th. We are 6 outs away from being back here tomorrow. Unreal. Sedin Magic 1519 says, I want to say thank you for the stream, watching the game with you and everyone else here. It's so much fun. Awesome stuff. It's extra fun when we're winning too, right? I think we got Adam and Steve in the chat. Stove Dingle and Adam Wild hanging out here. I got to get to these super chats, though. This one's from J.U. Wang 7470. It says, new to watching this MLB because whole Canada is cheering for the Jays right now. But why do you pull a pitcher mid-game? What little I've seen is not good. So, Jay, you're experiencing baseball for the first time, right? This is a uniquely Blue Jays experience where we're a really good team, but our bullpen's kind of really bad. So you think, like, why would you ever pull the pitcher? Well, the starting pitcher, they can only go for so long. Eventually, you're going to lose your stuff unless you're pitching like a gem. You're pitching like all game long. So eventually, starting pitcher, if they're pitching really well, they're going to go 6, 7 innings, and then you want to pull them around. If they go 7 innings, you got the 8th and the 9th, and then you got a setup guy for the 8th inning, and then you got a closer for the 9th inning. And good teams have like good guys who pitch those innings, and things are clean, and you win the game. The Jays, however, don't have good guys in those positions, so we pull our starting pitchers because they need to be pulled because they can't go forever, and then we give the ball over to guys we don't really trust. So you've probably seen a whole bunch of instances where the relief pitching is giving up a bunch of runs. You're like, why would they ever put those guys in the games? Well, those guys are supposed to be getting outs, and they don't get outs for us. But Louis Varland right now is getting outs for us, which is good. So we can't complain about Varland. He's doing a good job. He did have that single there, but he's cleaned it up since then. Good 1-2-3 in the top of the 7th. I've hit my goal. Thank you. Thank you whoever donated right now. I've hit my goal for Rachel's Raiders. I was trying to raise $1,000 as my part of our Rachel Raiders team. for Easter Seals Ontario. This little confetti is for me for once. The confetti is always for you in the chat. But today I've hit my goal for Easter Seals Ontario, where we raise money for kids with physical disabilities, which is a really important cause. We do it every single year. And thank you to you guys for helping me reach that goal. That is awesome. Jeff Hoffman is going to maybe come out for the 8th inning. He's warming up. Nathan Lucas grounds out here to second base. Rivas throws that over. Robert Betts says, not really a baseball fan, more of a hockey guy. Love my Leafs, but like watching the Jays in postseason, win or lose, this series deserves to go 7. You got that right. This feels 7, you know? Friday night couldn't be the lasting memory for this team. We weren't going to go out like that and then go out here meekly. This thing needs to be closed out tonight, and then tomorrow, who knows what happens. Robert, I agree with you. Oh, we got a lot of crab peoples in the chat. I got to hit your button. Crab. Vlatty gets hit. Vlatty gets hit. He takes that easily off the elbow there. Matt Brash hits Vlatty. Crowd boos. But it wasn't intentional here. Don't think it was intentional. That's just a two-seam fastball that runs high and inside, hits Vlatty on the elbow pad, take his walk down to first base. Alejandro Kirk now to the plate. We'd love some insurance here. Oh, that's a ball, and it's called a strike. Boo. Boo. Alejandro Kirk lines one up the middle. The insurance runs. They might be coming around the bases. Vladdy's on second. Kirk is on first. 1 out in the inning. Dalton Varsho at the plate. Let's go. We would love to make this easy on the bullpen. Cal Raleigh comes out to chat with Matt Brash in the Rogers Center booze again. Raleigh wants things to calm down. Varsho waits patiently outside the batter's box. Jay's looking to tack on a few extra for what looks like Jeff Hoffman coming out for the 8th inning. And it's crazy because Jeff Hoffman is going to face the same part of the order that Brendan Little faced on Friday. It's Raleigh, who has 2 strikeouts because Trey A. Savage struck him out twice. Polanco and Josh Naylor. We get to run it back this time with Jeff Hoffman in what John Schneider should have done on Friday. My goodness. There's a slider to Varsho. Varsho, 3 for 23 in this series. 3 RBI, 341 OPS. But, oh my gosh. Vladdy's going to go to third. Vlatty goes to third on the wild pitch. And then the Cal Raleigh throw is into left field. And Vlatty comes home to score on the throwing error. That's our boy. That's our hustle. Well done, Vlatty. That's Blue Jays baseball. Smart on the base pass. Vladdy's paying attention. As soon as that ball was in the dirt, he was breaking for third. Him breaking for third causes Cal Raleigh to rush the throw to third. Raleigh, a platinum glove player, isn't able to rise to the moment. Throws it into left field. Vlatty hustles on home. It is 6-2 Blue Jays. Unbelievable. Varsho strikes out. Insurance runs. Insurance runs. The Mariners have played like the Yankees tonight. Throwing the ball all over the field. Errors aplenty. I thought we already eliminated the Yankees. What happened? That's 3 errors on the night. And every single time the Blue Jays have been smart on the base pass to take advantage of the errors by the Mariners. That's Blue Jays baseball. JG Parsons says, Jesse's so fired up, the whites of his eyes are going red. You best believe it. Nobody fires me up like the Blue Jays and Blue Jays baseball. The fundamentals, people. That's Ernie Clement walking. Ernie Clement walks. 2 men on. Addison Barger, who hit a home run earlier in this game, is up at the plate. You want insurance? Barger has an opportunity to tack on a couple big runs here. And we are going to throw it back here to the bottom of the 3rd inning when Addison Barger was at the plate. And the Toronto Blue Jays were only up at that moment by 2 runs. And Addison Barger said, that's not enough. We need 2 more. He took this pitch out to right field. 2-run home run at the time. Made it 4-0 Blue Jays. And let's see if Addison can do it again for the Jays. If he can get something here to hit, we know he's got the power. Brash throws one in the dirt there. Starts the count off 1-0. I think I missed a super chat here. I don't want to miss super chats. I'll get to it. That ball's outside. It's 2-0. Two out. Does he have the green light? Oh, he got a pitch right down the middle. He got a pitch right down the middle on the 2-0 pitch, and he didn't swing. That ball's low. It's 3-1. Had a super chat here from the Shadier Twin. Not sure if you knew last mention, but another reason the Jays have to win it all is the drummer outside the Sky Dome, Rockin' Rick, is retiring. Oh, swing and a miss by Barger on that 3-1 pitch. It's 3-2. The count is full. Rockin' Rick. Shout out the Shadier Twin for that one. I didn't know that. There's a drummer, for anybody not from Toronto who's never been to a Blue Jays game. There's a drummer who's just on, like, you're talking about the one who's on the, like, bucket staple in Toronto at Blue Jays game. Didn't know he was retiring. Hope he makes plenty of money from those tips this weekend and tomorrow, hopefully. Barger walks. Barger walks. IKF. Okay, so IKF is at the plate, bases loaded. Miles Straw is coming into the game for Addison Barger. He's going to pinch run and then stick in at right field for Barger. So if there's a ball to the gap here, Miles Straw will be able to score because he's got that speed. Robert Bet. Jesse, did you see the 50-50 draw at the game? Is $1,589,000 for the winner. Holy crap. That's got to be some kind. Did the Oilers set the 50-50 record, right? I think at some point last year or during their cup run or something. That's got to be some kind of record. That's crazy. I should enter. Sedin Magic 1591 says they're intentionally walking Clement. So bases loaded here. IKF on at the plate. Swings. That ball's going to be caught for the third out of the inning. Jays only able to get one. Barger walked, load the bases. He did the good job. And then IKF cannot put the ball into play and find somewhere to safely land to drive in a couple runs. And it's only one run for the Blue Jays. But Vlatty being on it. Vlatty being on it got them a run. Cal shook in that moment, throws that ball away. You got to think he's going to want some revenge at the plate here. Cal's coming up to hit to lead off this inning. And he's going to want some revenge. Ghost of War writes, Vlatty is the greatest athlete and leader of this generation of Toronto sports. Who's on that list? Kawhi? He was here for like a month and left and won a championship and pieced out. Vladdy's sticking around and he's a winner. He shows up. It's not much competition. It's not much competition at all. Oh, chat's telling me. Oilers, shout out JG Parsons. Oilers 50-50 was $14 million. Oh, yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was like something crazy. Hey, yo. Steve Dangle in the chat saying, let's keep Rachel's Raiders donations going. Donate to anybody on the team. We all need your help. Please donate. It doesn't have to be just to me. If you donate to me, it'll go to the whole team. If you donate to Steve, it'll go to the whole team. Donate to Adam, it'll go to the whole team. Donate to Maddie, whoever you want. Everybody just donate. Every dollar counts. Any amount counts. Steve Dangle, super chat. Let's keep the Rachel's Raiders donations going. We all need your help. Steve's facts. Facts. All right. This is it. 6 outs. 6 outs away from a Game 7. Jeff Hoffman is on the mound. Serendipity. He's facing the same 3 hitters that Brendan Little faced. Raleigh, Polanco, Naylor. He starts off Raleigh with a ball. Bailout says, honestly, Vlad's having such a generational playoff run that it'd feel like an injustice if the Jays don't at least make it to the World Series. Let's go. It all starts here, baby. Starts with Jeff Hoffman on the mound. It says here on the schedule, if necessary, Monday, October 20th, Rogers Center, 8:08 p.m. Eastern. Let's make it necessary here, Hoffman. 1-1's the count. 4-run lead. Your bullpen needs to be able to handle a 4-run lead. That should be enough. Raleigh fouls this one off. He had the error in the bottom of the 7th. You got to think he's looking for revenge. But Hoffman Can't allow it. He can't allow this moment to go like Littles. This is what we want. This is what we need. What do you got, Hoffman? Foul. 1-2. Everybody at Rogers Center is on their feet right now. 1-2's the count again to Raleigh. Strike 3! Jeff Hoffman delivers. Strikes out Raleigh. 5 more outs till game 7. This is what we asked for on Friday. This is what we asked for. Your closer. The man tasked with the most important innings of your game. We wanted him in there because he can handle it. Inside to Polanco. It's 2-0 on the count. Sedin Magic. What a friggin' pitch. Wes Richard. Jeff about to go Hoff again, man. Dad joke. Always love it. 2-1 is the count. He gets the benefit of the doubt on that low one. You want to be the closer, Hoffman? This is your job. Heart of the Mariners lineup. Season on the line. That was the best hitter in the game there, and he struck him out. Polanco hasn't hit well today, but he's hit well these playoffs. Or this series, at least. What do you got now? That's a foul. Kirk couldn't squeeze it for the foul tip. 2-2 again. We reset. Yo, TBM Sports. I hope those tickets that you got get used tomorrow. TBM Sports won't be on the stream with us, chat. They'll be at the game. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Still 5 outs to go. I hope you get to use those tickets. I hope you enjoy yourself in that game 7. If we get there. Jeff Hoffman throws to Polanco. 2-2. That ball's dribbled. Foul. Kirk tried to grab it before it went foul, but it was foul ball. Emo Jalapeno says, I haven't been able to finish my Mary Brown's batter box leftovers tonight because my heart has been in my stomach this whole game with anxiety. Oh, I know how you feel. But finish that batter's box. That thing is delicious. We need a sponsorship on this channel for some MBs. Polanco fouls off another one. It's 2-2 again. Jeff Hoffman. I hope he gets all 6 outs here. I hope they bring him back out for the 9th. He's the guy. This is what he's paid to do. Swing and a miss, right? They got him. Couldn't check his swing. Jeff Hoffman comes into the game. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts, 4 outs away. Hoffman showing the world what he could have done on Friday against Raleigh, Polanco, and Naylor. Now the Canadian, who's been unreal tonight. 2 2 for 3 RBI, hitting 341 in this series, in this playoff, sorry. 9 for 20. Almost hitting 500 in this series. Jeff Hoffman's toughest task yet. Josh Naylor will let you back in the country for this one. He flies out to left field. Jeff Hoffman goes 1, 2, 3 through the heart of the Mariners order. That is why we pay him. That's our closer. We love you, Jeff Hoffman. Thank you. My goodness. Finally, high leverage situation is handled by this bullpen. The highest leverage situation you'll get all season up until the next pitch Jeff Hoffman throws was handled. 1, 2, 3 against 3 of the best hitters all postseason. One, possibly the AL MVP. The other, a Canadian who's been hitting us all series long. Hoffman does it. Let's get some more insurance in the bottom. Let's bring Hoffman back out for the 9th. 3 more outs, baby. 3 more outs till game 7. We all want to be back here in 24 hours watching this thing once again. Sedin Magic says Hoffman has to come out for the 9th. I agree with you. This isn't a time to get cute. Keep him in there. J.U. Wang says, so please tell me why they did not do this in Game 5. No idea. This is an admission by Schneider that he is wrong. This is it. It's an admission. We forgive you. Thank you for saying you're wrong, John Schneider. Goodness me. Brendan Little. Really? Brendan Little? Bald Michael says, that was the most boring Hoffman inning of the season, and I'm here for it. Right? Hoffman is so good for like walking one guy, a single maybe, then a couple outs, then like another single, and you're like, oh my God, Jeff Hoffman. Why you got to face 5 batters every time you're trying to close out a game? Not this time. 3 up, 3 down, baby. 3 up, 3 down. Hydration check, thank you. Carlos Vargas is on the mound here for the Seattle Mariners. Carlos Vargas to face Andres Jimenez. Jay Yuang says, we would and should be in the World Series by now. It's not quite how it works, but I know what you mean. We'd be awfully close to it. Jeff Hoffman, nobody's up in the Blue Jays bullpen. Jeff Hoffman is going to come out here for the top of the 9th inning. We're getting down to it here, people. 4-run lead for the Jays. 3 outs remain. George Springer. Vargas throws one high and almost 100 at Springer's head. But Springer's able to get out of the way there. Woo! His knee looks okay. Nothing's been hampering so far this game. Robert Bett says Jeff Hoffman, the new Tom Henke, the Terminator. Emo Jalapeno says Pop Hoff, man. Shout out to Daddy Rocket Wes. I don't like seeing a ball go inside on George Springer. Roger Center booing Vargas there for that one. We can join in. Let's see if Springer can make him pay here. Oh, a little late on that pitch. That one's foul. Justin Fisher showing up in the chat. Keep your donations coming for Easter Seals Ontario and Rachel's Raiders. Those kids with physical disabilities need all the help they can get through your donations. 1-2 is the count. Springer strikes out a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. Okay. Nathan Lucas coming up next. George Springer strikes out. Blue Jays got 3 outs to go to make it to Game 7. Tori Nira says, the Mariners became the first team in the MLB history to hit into a bases-loaded double play in 2 consecutive innings in postseason game. Hey, there's a base hit by Lucas, as Crawford can't throw that one across the diamond while falling. We got a man on first base here. Tori Nero with the stat. First team in MLB history to hit into a bases-loaded double play in 2 consecutive innings in a postseason game. Unreal. All right. You want insurance? Vladimir Guerrero's at the plate. If anybody in this lineup can provide some insurance for this team, it's Vlatty, who's been doing it all night, who's been doing it all series, who's been doing it all postseason, and he continues his hot inning. Single Vlatty keeps this inning alive. Vargas is sweating. Hydration check. Vlatty broken bat, literally single. That bat exploded. And that's when you know you're hot. When you can get around on anything. Well done, Vlatty. Shout out Justin Fisher in the chat. It's his 14th anniversary. So he's here risking his relationship by being here. Go Jays is what Justin says. Thank you for coming out, Justin. We appreciate it. Alejandro Kirk now is at the plate. Flies out to right field. That's the 3rd out of the inning. Is everybody ready? Are you holding on to your butts? 3 more outs to go. It's 3-2 in this series. It's 6-2 in this game. Jeff Hoffman is coming back out to get 3 outs for this Blue Jays team to force a Game 7 tomorrow in Toronto. You already know the stakes here. It's just a matter of, can we get our boys to deliver it? Justin Fisher gives 10 SDP VIP memberships. Thank you. Thank Justin if you received an SDP VIP membership. You better lock in. Dr. Nick Zero is locked in. No thank you. 7729 says, not ready at all. Jeff Hoffman looks so good in that top of the 8th inning that I'm going to take that as an apology from John Schneider, because it was the same part of the lineup that they faced on Friday. And if you brought Jeff Hoffman out here in this situation, why the hell didn't you bring him out on Friday? The game was closer then. So I think this is an admission that he was wrong. And now we move forward. We're here now. Shane Bieber is most likely going to handle the duties for the Jays tomorrow on the mound, if we get there. Let's hit a little crab people button. Thank you to everybody who's been hanging out today. If you have not hit like on this video, hit like. If you want to really support us, subscribe on the channel. If you really want to support some kids, donate to Easter Seals Ontario via the link we have there. We are raising money for kids with physical disabilities. Wes Richard said, who gets home field advantage in the World Series? It's us, right? We get home field advantage, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. But I think the Blue Jays would get it if they made it to the World Series against the Dodgers. The top of the 9th inning starts with a fastball. You know what's coming here. No time to waste anymore. Lock in, people. Randy Arozarena is at the plate. The Jays are 3 outs away from us coming back in 24 hours. Jeff Hoffman, the man no one in this fan base believes in, can earn all of our trust back. Everything that happened over the course of 162 games, we will forget it if you deliver here, and he delivers the first out. 1 down, 2 to go. Shut him down, Jeff. This is what you're paid to do. You are our closer. So close this thing out for us. Eugenio Suarez swings through the first pitch. It's 0-1 in the count. 2 outs to go. Hoffman delivers. Ball outside. 1-1 is the count. That was a slider away. Let's see if he comes back with something off speed here. Again off speed away. That's the splitter. 2-1 is the count. He's been a little shaky with the splitter. But it's his go-to pitch here. Probably to bring himself back into this count. Maybe a fastball over. Oh, that's a swing and strike there on the slider. That's been a great pitch. 2-2, 1 out. Hoffman fouled off. Barely fouled off. Roger Center's on their feet. Sedin Magic is asking for this to be a preview of tomorrow night. We need to get to tomorrow night first. Eugenio Suarez needs to go down here. They're showing Eugene Levy. We don't need the celebrity shots here. That's a 3-2 count. Jeff Hoffman again. Can he deliver here? 3-2. Swing and a miss! Swing and a miss! 2 down, 1 to go. Hoffman delivers. 1 more out. Can you believe that this guy, Jeff Hoffman, is 1 out away from closing this thing? Because I can't believe it. I had no faith in Jeff Hoffman all season long. If you ask me if this bullpen can hold on to a lead, I've lost all faith in them to do it. But tonight, they've brought me right back in. Jeff Hoffman, you're 1 out away from earning my trust forever. I will watch you do your incredible entrance down to the mound every single game, and I'll say, that's my boy. That's the guy who got 6 straight outs to force a Game 7 of the ALCS. I want you to deliver us some history here. Give us your moment. That's strike 1. 2-1 is the count here on J.P. Crawford. Give us a moment we'll look back fondly on forever, Hoffman. This is where legends are made. Heavy is the crowd who is the closer. You can put on that crown tonight as our closer, Hoffman. We signed you this offseason for this moment right here. The highest leverage situation of the season. Every single pitch here is the biggest pitch of your life. And he walks him. He walks him. He walks him. He walks him. Hoffman. Jeff. You got 1 more shot at this now. It's can zone. Remember, I have no effect on the outcome of baseball games. I cannot change the results of baseball games whether I play the tense music or not. I also don't control the tense music. It just plays automatically. It plays automatically in tense moments. It comes out of nowhere. Okay? It comes out of nowhere. I don't control it. I don't know what you're talking about. We're back. Canzone's at the plate. It's popped up foul. Oh my gosh, what do you hear? I don't hear anything. Oh my God, there it is. I hear it again. Dominic Canzone is at the plate. And it's 0-1. I don't know where that music came from, but it's on. And Hoffman, if the music means you can't throw strikes, maybe the lights are too bright for you. If you can't handle the music, Jeff Hoffman, then maybe this isn't your spot. You need to be able to hear the music, hear the crowd that's cheering for you, and deliver for them. That's what we need, Jeff. It's 1-2 in the count. The Rogers Center's on their feet. 1 more out for game number 7, Jeff. You better hear this music and say, that's my music. When the pressure's on, I deliver. I deliver outs for my team. You got to get Canzone here, and you got to get us to tomorrow night. There it is. That ball's up in the air. The Jays do it. They force game 7. The music doesn't curse them. They're here. Ole's playing. The dancing animals are out. They did it. They delivered in game 6. I'll see you here tomorrow, 8 o'clock Eastern, for one more win for the World Series. We can get there. 9 more innings. 9 more innings, and we're back. First time since '93. Maybe tomorrow night we'll have an answer. It's winner take all. Seattle, Toronto, from Toronto. This thing's been crazy. That's it for me. My heart's racing. Chat, this has been an adventure. This has been an incredible evening. Trey Savage delivered. Vlatty delivered. The Bats delivered. And Jeff Hoffman delivered. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be watching this Blue Jays win and them deliver a Game 6 win to get us to tomorrow night. I'll see you again there. Good night.